So yesterday I saw the Black Widow movie, the recent Marvel Cinematic movie that came out since the pandemic in 2020. And I went to go see it with my friends. And honestly, my overall thoughts on the movie was the movie's kind of bad. Now, what are the issues with the Black Widow movie? You might be asking yourself, well, why is it bad? This is a character we wanted to see in their own solo movie for a long time. Now here's the thing, right? I don't get why they chose Captain Marvel first, if to be the first like female woman-led Marvel movie. It should have been Black Widow. It should have been like way back in like Phase 1 or Phase 2 at least, right? Because at least in Phase 1 you introduced her in Iron Man 2, and now you're waiting like what, a few years after the fucking her introduction, and then like to like further it in, you fucking like you fucking killed her off in Endgame. So why are you making why are you making a movie based in between Infinity War and Civil War? Like that makes no sense. At that point, just don't make a movie about her. Just make a Disney Plus TV show. I don't know. So what do I like about the movie? Scarlett, fuck. Scarlett Johansson's performance in it is pretty all right. I like the sister, the mom. She's kind of bad. What was her name? David Harbour as Red Guardian. He was pretty entertaining, and that's about it. Cause the plot is like kind of stupid. Like so, what happened was it starts off with a backstory. It was Black Widow or Scar. Why do I always want to say Scarlett Johansson? Natasha Romanoff and Yelena as like little kids. I couldn't tell if the blue haired girl was Yelena or Natasha. I don't know. But yeah, so they get into the fucking Black Widow camps, whatever, the concentration camps. There you go. Fuck yeah. So they get sent there. They get like fucking separated. Natasha becomes like the best Black Widow, and then she leaves. And then her sister also kind of becomes the same as well. So basically, what happened was they created these fucking like Scarlet Witch type toxins to like open their minds because they've been brainwashed by the Black Widow leader, right? And so Yelena gets hit first. So she's like, "Oh fuck, I killed this woman." I think she said it was like an older Black Widow, whatever, right? So that happens, and then like she takes the box, the case, and all the other Black Widows are tracking her down, right? So she sends a message to Natasha to meet her at Budapest, where we find out what happened in Budapest, which was killing the leader of the Black Widow Corporation, I think. I don't know, right? With Clint Barton, even though Clint Barton Hawkeye isn't on there, but whatever, right? Whatever. They decided to free Red Guardian, Alexi something, I don't know, and they also go back to their mom. And well, their mom is an op, so they literally come over there and like take the family, right? And here's one thing that I noticed about the movie. I literally could not tell. I couldn't like actually tell if Natasha was actually like related to these guys. I mean, of course they're not, but they're all Russian, right? They're all supposed to be Russian. And Black Widow during the entire movie has an English accent, while the other family, like Alexei, Black Widow's mom, and Yelena, all have Russian accents. So I had a very hard time believing that Natasha was actually like related and spent time with them, right? Whatever, right? So the Black Widow Corp, I'm gonna call it Black Widow Corporation, even though I don't even know what the fuck it is. The Black Widow Corporation comes in, right? They kidnap all of them, and the character of Taskmaster, right? That's a little rant I want to get into. So in the beginning, like Black Widow's running because of what happened in Civil War. Taskmaster tracks her down, and like it's a pretty decent fight scene for Marvel movies, you know. Like his helmet, his visor is like a let like what's the word for it? Like a not a I don't want to say electric, but you can see like visor on it, like techno, right? And so what you see here is that like so the Taskmaster has like a little fucking thing on the back of his head. They put a UI chip in there in the back of their head, And now all of a sudden, Taskmaster knows like all the moves to all the superheroes, and the ones they specifically put in for was Black Widow. Now that's kind of stupid because in the comic, I was about to say Tony Stark. Uh, Taskmaster has like really good photographic memory. So after a few fights, like in a few minutes or so, if you're fighting him, he can easily like copy you, and like that's the character of Taskmaster, right? And here it's like a UI chip placed in your head. Like okay, that kind of makes it stupid, sure. And so what's it called? So Black Widow confronts Taskmaster and the head of the Black Widow Corporation. We find out that the mission in Budapest, like I said, the Hawkeye and Black Widow like blew up the Black Widow Corporation's house. Apparently, his daughter, who was literally like a few feet away, like a few feet from the bomb, explodes, and she somehow survives with all her body parts intact, except for like this fucking burnt ass face right here, right? And we find out that Taskmaster was actually the daughter of the head of the Black Widow Corporation, right? And she's Taskmaster, right? And so they literally ruined Taskmaster, right? That's my little thing, right? They literally ruined a really cool character that they could have really used in like a Disney Plus show, another movie, a Thunderbolts movie or TV show. But no, they actually wasted the character to be a like not even a two-dimensional character. She literally doesn't even speak in the goddamn movie besides like the last few minutes of the movie. She's like a mind-controlled fucking dog, right? She literally doesn't speak. She fights, and that's all. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't have communication. She communicates in fucking grunts and punches. That's literally it. In the comics, Tony Masters is like this really cool character, and like it would have made more sense if they used the Tony Masters character because he was an ex a Shield agent. They could have literally be like, oh, Tony Masters was like fired from Shield, or they let him go because Black Widow was doing really good, and so that caused them to like get revenge on Black Widow by like being this like mercenary. Instead, here Taskmaster is literally just a fucking like not even like a character, right? It's just a fucking like dog hunter, whatever, right? So yeah, the Black Widow family like successfully like blew up their little helicarrier type shit. They blow it up. No one dies, by the way, besides the fucking head of the well, and then a couple of agents from there, and the head of the Black Widow Corporation fucking dies, except for Taskmaster. But yeah, so everyone survives. Black Widow's family leaves, and she stays to go help Captain America, right? And then we get to the events of Civil War, or not Civil War, of Infinity War, right? And we find out how she got the green vest because of Yelena. Haha, cool reference. So yeah, and then the end credit scene is Yelena going to her tombstone, and we get this character. I don't know if she's from the comics or not. I'm pretty sure she is, but they say like, "Hey, I got a mission for you. We're gonna like, you're gonna assassinate Clint Barton, who killed your sister." Now that would be really cool if it leads into the Hawkeye TV show. I'm definitely hyped for that for Hawkeye TV show. But yeah, I don't know. The movie just seems like really fucking bland. There's like a bunch of scenes that don't really need it to be included, like how Yelena is explaining to Alexei that their uterus gets cut out. I think like that didn't need to be in the movie, and like Yelena like taunting Natasha about her pose or whatever, right? I just call it a JoJo pose, JoJo reference, whatever, right? But yeah, this isn't bad. This isn't like Thor: The Dark World bad, but it's just not good, right? I wouldn't. Actually, I would buy it on Blu-ray, but I wouldn't see it like a second time. The only time I'd see it if I'm like binging the Marvel movies, and I have all of them. I'm just missing like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and Doctor Strange. I'm pretty sure that's the only ones I'm missing, and the first Ant-Man. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm literally missing like four probably. But yeah, that is it for the video, guys. My overall conclusion is that Black Widow is pretty bland. There's no like high stakes in it because you know she's already dead. So yeah, I'd give it like a 5 or a 4 out of 10. 3, 4 out of 10. Right? I'm being generous with that 5. So yeah, that is it for the video, guys. If you do like the video, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, make sure to hit the notifications bell so you never miss a single video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.